2021. Where do I begin? I mean, we could start at January where a thing happened and a lot of people got upset. I mean, I was pretty disappointed, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take sides or say who's right and who's wrong. Nobody is right except me. I am your god now. But I guess what I'm trying to say is 2021 wasn't really that good of a year. I know I said 2019 wasn't that good last time, but like, I should probably be holding this for the effect. I know I said 2019 wasn't that good, but honestly, 2019 was paradise compared to what happened like the past couple years. I didn't make a recap of 2020 because it was just that bad. Literally. Like, I know people from the future are probably looking at this being like, oh, what are you talking about? It was paradise. Well, okay, maybe a nuclear annihilation happened last year, or whatever year you're watching this. I'm just kind of rambling a bit. If you couldn't tell, this video is unscripted, and I'm just adding this drink here for extra effect. It's not real beer, YouTube. Don't demonetize me. Not that I'm even monetized in the first place. But, yeah, 2021. It was a hell of a year. 2021 and 2020 just kind of blended together. I mean, we still had coronavirus. We still have, like, really dumb stuff happening in politics. And you still have people being freaking insane. Time is an endless loop at this point. Oh yeah, I also moved houses last year, and this time I moved states this year. So, and I'm gonna be moving houses again. So, here's to another time loop. I may as well just recap some basic things starting this year. Well, where do we begin on the notes here? Oh yeah, I mentioned the thing that happened in January, but let's push aside politics, because honestly, I don't really like to get political. Yeah, sure, I follow people that say some political things, but genuinely speaking, I really don't like to get political. But anyways, other stuff happened in 2021, according to my notes. Oh yeah, Chris Chan got arrested. So for those who are uninformed, which, whether or not it's a good or bad thing is up to you once you find out about this, Chris Chan is probably the internet's biggest lolcow who made a really cringy comic called Sonichu and has since been in a lot of various escapades. He got arrested for something I'm not even allowed to say, or I don't even know if I should talk about. I mean, I can if I want to, but it's just really messed up what happened. I've been following the part of the Chris Chan journey personally because as someone who has the same mental disability as him, it's kind of interesting to see what I could have been had I not received the help I have when I was young. And it's just like a mirror universe of myself. It kind of makes me thankful for what I have and how I got here, even if I end up being self-deprecative and nitpicky about it. I also got a new job by the end of this year. It's a full-time position, so that's going to make me busy, but I'm not doing anything. I mean, I'm not doing like completely nothing unlike last year. No, last year I still had my job, but then COVID hit. Yeah, COVID is still going to happen. I hope it freaking ends soon so we can actually, I don't know, be normal for once. Can't believe I started 2021 with a political event. I honestly don't remember what else happened. Everything just kind of seemed all blurred. I could talk more politics, but you know, it's not my thing. So I may as well just talk about stuff that personally happened, such as I managed to make a short film. Now, granted, it was very amateurish as heck. I was all the cast, crew, and editor and everything. I did it for a YouTubers Film Festival, and spoiler alert, I did not win. And yeah, so that kind of sucked a bit. But you know what? For what it is, I had fun making it, and I've been wanting to like start creating more stuff that isn't like reviews and whatnot. I have had some ideas, mostly like comedy sketches and stuff based on other things, but like, you know, it'd still just be like a more creative, you know, venture and stuff.
Disclaimer.
NFTs, I think, became a thing this year. I don't like them. I don't want to invest in them. They look bad. They're just overpriced JPEGs. Yeah, NFTs suck. Well, let's talk about other things, like some media and stuff. So aside from listening to some old stuff, which I kind of forgot what I listened to, I mean, yeah, I did listen to Tally Hall because that became a meme. In terms of new stuff, Zebrahead got a new singer, and they released a new EP. It's actually pretty good, and I'll admit, this new singer is not like the old singer, Matty Lewis. I forgot the new singer's name. It's like Adrian, I think. Yeah, I think it's Adrian. He sounds like a lot more high pitched and feels like he belongs more in like a traditional pop punk band. But honestly, I do hope Zebrahead finds their footing with their new singer, because they released some good stuff, some stuff I thought was And yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, another thing, I literally forgot about this before I started filming, but Volbeat made a new album. It was good. It was good. To further drag this music segment out, Travis Scott had Astroworld, and that was a freaking disaster.
Post-production Anthem here. I just wanted to point out that what happened at Astroworld was not just a disaster, but a tragedy as well. The reason I am smiling a lot during this segment is because I was genuinely baffled at how horribly Travis Scott handled the situation. I'm not laughing at the victims that have died during the event. I just figured I'd put this disclaimer here in case anyone thought I was being insensitive about the issue overall.
Yeah, Astroworld was just chaos, and when that happened, there were memes, there was like rumors and stuff. Like they said like a police officer, not a police officer, like a security guard got like injected with a heroin needle or something. Holy crap. And I feel like I mentioned this because, speaking from personal experience, I've been to punk shows. I've been to a couple of punk shows, and from all the people mosh pit and stuff, and I've actually seen firsthand like people fall down and like everyone stopping to help get them up, and that was great. And it actually just makes me think, wow, how did punk and metal shows become more civil than a Travis Scott concert? Okay, all right, what else is there? Oh yeah, gaming. Let me get a sip of the root beer. Gonna turn that into a cool transition. So what I write in gaming, these 2 pages are stuck. What do you know? So the first thing I apparently wrote down was Among Us. That's kind of dying down in popularity a bit. Now granted, it still is popular, but like I can barely find a good game to play. Last time I played, I had to start my own server. I had to start my own games because every other game I joined was just like a My Hero Academia role playing. Why? I don't know. Well, it's a game for children, Anthem. Okay, yeah, but so is Kirby, and I love Kirby. Well, I'm still talking about gaming. I might as well bring up the only 2 new games that came out this year that I played. They were No More Heroes 3 and The World Ends with You Neo. Yeah. For No More Heroes 3, I briefly talked about in a tweet, and I'm gonna make a full video on it. Mostly because there was a piece in my No More Heroes retrospective which I debated about doing and whatnot, but turns out I feel like it could have been very essential, and I kind of regret not putting there. I'm not gonna make the video solely based on this. I do want to make a full video about No More Heroes 3 because I love the No More Heroes series. It only makes sense that I just finished this because this may or may not be the last game in the trilogy, because Suda said like he's going to take a long break. Lord knows how that long, maybe 10 years or so, when I've grown old and maybe gone on to other pastures. I'll be like, oh wait, a new No More Heroes came out? But yeah, I'm going to be making a No More Heroes 3 video, even though the game's now technically a last year game. I'm still going to do it, okay? There are people out there that want to see some No More Heroes content. Maybe not from me, but I want to do it, okay? The other game was The World Ends with You Neo. It is a sequel to my favorite game of all time, The World Ends with You. There were 2 other new games that came out this year that I played because I'm a gamer that needs to catch up on stuff. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and Imposter Factory. I never played a lot of All-Star Brawl, but I figured, hey, this looks fun. I may as well replay Smash. Plus, unlike Smash, Nick All-Star Brawl has a roster I'm perfectly content with, and there's no character on there that I absolutely despise with every fiber of my being, and I don't have any big expectations for who I want in a DLC, assuming they make one. I mean, I kind of do know what I want for Nick All-Star Brawl, but honestly, I really don't care at this point, and I'm already content with the roster. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's gonna turn. Just you wait. No, I won't turn. Making Fiends is too obscure. But am I good at Nick All-Star Brawl? No, to be honest, I didn't really put a lot of time into it because, I don't know, I had stuff to do, and I was putting my time in like other things as well, like my short film, The Move. Changing topics, Imposter Factory was a huge disappointment. Basically, Imposter Factory is a sequel to the game To the Moon, which is one of my favorite games of all time, and one of the first to actually make me cry. And Imposter Factory was kind of a disappointment. It started off really strong, but ended very weak, and they somehow managed to make the game feel very linear. But Anthem, To the Moon was never really anything special. It was a linear game. Well, yes, To the Moon was a linear game, but to progress in To the Moon, you kind of had to explore your small environment to progress the story and learn more about the characters. Here, you're just going on, you were literally walking on a straight line in Imposter Factory, and you're not even clicking on like objects to like in your small environment to progress the story. To the Moon was never an open world game or a big thing, and yeah, To the Moon also had a better story too. that didn't fall down flat on its face, because, like, by the end of To the Moon, I was in tears. And the end of Imposter Factor, I was like, that's it? That's literally it? Really? Alright, let's try moving this back a bit, because holy smokes, I talk loud. Yeah, I'm already testing things in the middle of my video. What do you know? Isn't that weird? The camera's probably upside down right now as we speak. So I guess some other gaming things to mention include... Oh yeah, I forgot about Deltarune 2. Not to say that Deltarune 2 was bad, but I kind of forgot about the first Deltarune, to be honest. And Deltarune 2 is really charming and a lot of fun. I loved it. Oh yeah, they came out last year, but Dusk and Ghost Runner were really good games, so that's awesome. I guess since I'm already talking about gaming, people are going to say, what about the Activision Blizzard controversy? The Activision Blizzard controversy was incredibly horrible. And I know it's very messed up. And there's just nothing else I can add on to it that hasn't already been said. I'm sorry if you were like expecting a deep speech about like, you know, being safe in the workplace, don't harass other people. I just don't know what else I could add on to it. Holy smokes, I really disorganized everything here. It's time to talk about movies, and I might bring a quick mention from 2020, but I'm probably going to go over... I'm going to try and go over recent stuff because I actually went to the theater for the first time in 2021. So first I want to get the 2020 stuff out of the way. I saw the Sonic movie like everybody else, and that was great. Sonic was a fun movie. It was good. And there was another movie I saw I had to borrow on DVD, was The King of Staten Island, and man, that was a really heartfelt movie in my opinion. It's pretty good, and I'm surprised it didn't get nominated for an Oscar because of like all the good stuff it said. And I didn't even see any of the other 2020 nominations. I haven't seen Mank yet. And now it's time to get on to current year. So the first movie I actually saw in the theater was Jungle Cruise. I saw it with my family. It's your typical family Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie. The Suicide Squad was the only superhero movie I had interest in seeing because I do not like the MCU, and I thought I had more to add on to it. But yeah, the Suicide Squad was really fun, and I think what I can add on to this is that if DC really wants to succeed in the industry, they should stop chasing the coattails of Marvel. Probably stick to making movies that are self-contained in their own cinematic universes. Yeah, I think if they just do that, they could actually stand a really good chance against Marvel. Not that I'm saying DC makes bad movies, but it seems every now and then like DC just does a coin toss, and one moment you're watching a good movie, other moment you're watching a mediocre movie. I saw Free Guy in the theaters. That was a lot of fun. I didn't really know what to expect. I remember seeing a trailer for it when it came out in 2019, back when I was working at a theater, and COVID hit. I got delayed. I lost my job, and then Free Guy came out this year, and it was a lot of fun. Now, there was another movie I watched, which I'm going to save till the end because it ties into our next topic, anime. There was a lot. I wrote down more for this than I did any other topic. What a writing session. So before I begin this year, I want to give a quick shout back to last year, 2020, which included two notable shows I had kind of strong opinions on. Well, both of them were sequels, actually. Promised Neverland Season 2 and Fire Force Season 2. Promised Neverland Season 2 sucked. That's it. Fire Force Season 2, it was fine. It was good. Nothing really special about it. It's basically the equivalent of asking seconds for dinner, and, you get what you get. You get more seconds. You get more of what you want. Oh yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Akudama Drive. That was a good thing from 2020. Or at least I think it was from 2020. Yeah, it was definitely 2020. And now for current year. I watched Eden Zero this year, and holy smokes, it's great. I loved it. It's a great little action adventure series. It was made by the same guy who made Fairy Tail, and honestly, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but I think Eden Zero is better than Fairy Tail. Yeah, sure, it has similar characters and similar plot threads, but I don't know, I think the characters are more fleshed out, and the main character actually does stuff, and Rebecca's best girl fight me. There was also Life Lessons of Furumachi Onisan. That was really fun. It's basically about this guy who works in a kid's TV show, but off camera, he's just kind of a miserable sap who's just kind of depressed. It's like BoJack Horseman if it was like a slice of life anime like Lucky Star or Kill Me Baby, if like little segments where they it's kind of like, it feels like a segmented show at times, but with a running theme. There was Skate the Infinity, or as my friend keeps calling it, SK Infinity. That's literally a bad name for the show. Not Skate the Infinity, but SK Infinity. And he keeps saying it sounds better. No, it does not sound better. And the commenters can prove me right, or they could go against me and say that SK sounds better as a title. You decide, commentators, what sounds better, Skate the Infinity or SK Infinity. It's clearly Skate the Infinity. So Skate the Infinity was a skateboarding anime, and I remember retweeting something that said skateboarding anime now, and heck, I even kept saying to my friends, why isn't there an anime about skateboarding? But luckily, the creator of the show, Free, said, oh yeah, I'll make your little show about skateboarding, but I'm going to make it incredibly masculine, only have one woman character as like a minor background character, and everything will feel fan service to the girls. Monkey's paw. Anyways, Skate the Infinity, it's pretty fun, though it's the focus of the show really seems to be more about like downhill jam skateboard racing. And like I said, it's from the creator of Free, so yeah, you kind of know what you're getting into. I think it's from the creator of Free. Post-production me can like correct me or make fun of me for saying this. Yeah, having a small dick. My only gripe with the show is that it probably could have used more of a punk rock soundtrack just to embrace like the little street or urban thing. I don't know if there's any hip-hop, honestly. I've been meaning to watch a show, but I ended up catching up other shows like this. Scissor 7 was a show recommended to me by my brother, and man, it's freaking awesome. I love it. It's a great show. I love it. Go watch Scissor 7, please. It's good. There was another show that you may have seen me tweet about called Wonder Egg Priority. Excuse me. There was a lot to just... That show was just... Now, don't get me wrong. Wonder Egg Priority, I really loved when I first started watching it. I started the first episode and be like, holy smokes, I want more of this. And I started watching more and more, and I'm just like, yes, this is a great anime. This is probably the best of 2021. We haven't even hit the end of the year yet. We got a best show. And then it ended. The ending was kind of bad. And it still raised questions. It left some unanswered, and we were just like, well, what happened next? Show us what happened next. And then they made a special episode that said that it was gonna answer some questions. You know what the special episode was? I'm just gonna spoil the special episode, so skip to this point if you don't want to hear spoilers. Basically, it was an entire recap of the series, followed by the reason why Koito killed herself, followed by a teaser for what's gonna happen in the next season, which involves them looking for... I'm already forgetting the name of that one girl, and it's not because of the root beer. Yeah, the Wonder Egg special sucked. It was bad. It literally changed my thoughts on the whole show as a whole, and even had me debate if Wonder Egg Priority was even a good show to begin with. And here's the thing, if you are going to watch Wonder Egg Priority, do not watch the special episode. Do not watch the special episode. Just leave it at the original series. I'm sure the ending kind of has like a very like ambiguous cliffhanger-y ending, but it's not really that cliffhanger-y if you kind of see it as like a metaphor for like fighting trauma and depression, which, you know, that is one of the show's themes, is fighting trauma. But even then, it still raises some questions that we don't really know, like have any characters recovered from the events or something like that. It's just like, what... It just ended, kind of like that. Other shows that came out this year I watched include the World Ends With You anime. It was fine. I may or may not make a video on it. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to rewatch it just to get my thoughts together because it was, like I said, it was fine. I love the World Ends With You game, and, just anime was fine, I guess. And now for a quick shotgun through other shows I watched. There was SSS Dynazenon, good show, but... honestly, Gridman's better. Shadow's House is a good but chill show. The Great Jai Will Not Be Defeated is really stupid but really funny. Take that for what you will. There's another show I watched called Battle Game in 5 Seconds. It was fine. It was alright. Oh yeah, there was also Other Side Picnic. That was a pretty cool show. It dealt with urban legends, and yeah, that was pretty cool. So I can't really say I've really watched anything bad per se. Nothing that made me go, oh my gosh, this is the worst show ever. But there is a show I did watch that I really hated, and I'm going to make a video on it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I might leave a little hint, maybe. Maybe. But before I end this video, it's time for both my anime of the year plus my movie of the year. And my movie/anime of the year is Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time. I know that's a weird suggestion, but follow me on this. So, I never mentioned this before, but I really like Evangelion. I think Evangelion's a good show, albeit very, very weird, cryptic, and convoluted. The ending is very... the ending was alright, I guess. It tried to have an optimistic message, and there was the end of Eva. Quiet paper. There was the end of Eva and all that. Then the rebuilds came along saying, okay, we're going to do this show proper and make it more digestible. I'm not trying to say one was either better than the other, but what made Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 very special is that it made me happy. It was a genuinely good send-off to Evangelion as a whole, especially if you learn about the creator, Hideki Anno. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it just feels you leaving you genuinely happy by the end of it. And it's just a great conclusion to all of Eva, because it's a show about the human spirit and conditioning. But I still recommend watching the old series, preferably the old dub. No offense to the new voice actors, but you can still watch the new dub if that's your only option. But yeah, Evangelion 3.0 was a great 3.0 plus 1.0 was a great send off and a great movie. I loved it. Movie of the year. And that's about it for the 2021 recap. What do I expect in 2022? Honestly, I don't know. Like, either this year is going to be good or this year is going to be bad. I'm going to look back at 2021 with more confidence. But I'm hoping to change more for 2022. I'm hoping to actually start working towards videos like I am with this one. And I'm also hoping to, like I said, start working towards more of my art. Well, my filmmaking art. Even if it ends up being amateurish. But amateurish. But you know what? I'm still making things, okay? And that's the good part, okay? And I'm gonna try and just get out there more, honestly, and try and look up, and you know what? Actually try and talk to people, make more connections, and I'll even try and collab. Yeah, I'll try and collab. And that's about my 2022 recap. Now, if you excuse me, I'm probably going to clean up my whole setup, edit this video in post, only to realize, holy smokes, the audio is incredibly freaking loud. I'm probably just going to end the video right here. Going to finish this root beer off, clean up my setup, edit this video, assuming I don't get distracted by Fallout New Vegas. And, thank you all for sticking with me, and thank you all for being a part of what happened. I hope to upload more. Honestly, who knows? The future tends to unfold as it should. See you all later.